Hey, Clara, got a minute? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, hey there, Eric. Sure, I've got time. What's up?
I heard that you got some good news the other day. Apparently you secured a contract with a huge client, is that right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. It took a lot of work and quite a bit of luck, but yeah, I think things are going to work out just fine.
Yeah, I thought so. That's all people in the office have been talking about recently. They're all saying that the company's gonna make a fortune thanks to you.
Really? Wow, it feels good to have my hard work appreciated. I'm just glad to be able to contribute to the company that's treated me so well. Although, I should put one caveat in there, because the contract hasn't actually been signed just yet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the contract is all drawn up, and like I said, things are looking good, but the client hasn't put their pen to the paper yet. But based on our conversations have been going for the last few weeks, I'm pretty confident that the deal is as good as done.
Wow, that's awesome, Clara!
I'm sure that if you keep up your hard work, you'll eventually start getting contracts like that one too. And if there's anything I can do to support you on your journey, be sure to let me know.
Yeah, about that. You're pretty busy right now, aren't you? Like, I hear that you got a crazy amount of projects on your plate.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
In that case, how's about I go ahead and take over that new client's account for you?
Huh? You want to take over the account?
Yeah, you've got more than enough work cut out for you, so I'll take this one off your hands. You've helped me a lot ever since I started working here, and I want to do this to pay you back for all of that.
Oh, well, I'm grateful to hear you say that, but really, it's okay. I mean, the deal is already done, for all intents and purposes. All that's left is to have the client sign the contract. So yeah, there isn't really any work left to do, for me or anyone else. Don't worry, even as busy as I am, I can still handle it with no issues.
No, Clara, you don't understand. I'm telling you, I'm going to take over the account for you.
Okay, I'll tell you what, if there's ever any work I can pass along to you though, I'll let you know. You know, there is one project that I need to work on a presentation for. Would you like to help me out with that?
Good God, will you take a freaking hint? I'm not asking you to give me that account, I'm telling you!
Eric, what are you talking about?
I'm saying that a crusty old woman like you who didn't even go to college doesn't deserve the credit for landing a client like that! You're gonna hand over that client and all your other big clients to me starting today!
Wait a second, what happened to you wanting to repay me for helping you out? Now you're just telling me you just want to take credit for work that I've already done?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. What of it?
There's no way I would ever let you do that. Do you have any idea how much work I put into securing all the clients that I have now? I'm not just talking about the newest one. It took weeks and months of persistent effort in order to build trust with all of my clients. And you think I'm just gonna let all the late night phone calls, all the hours of negotiations, all the in-person meetings I did go to waste? Never in a million years.
You can't talk back to me like that. Don't you know who my dad is? He's this company's senior managing director.
Yeah, and so what if he is? That has nothing to do with this.
Sure it does. If you don't do what I say, I'll just have to talk to my dad and get you fired.
He wouldn't do that. It would be an egregious breach of ethics.
Ethics, schmethics, my dad can do whatever he wants. He's one of the most important people in the company, and I'm his son. You're just some peasant who couldn't even get into state university, but I'm a bona fide elite. Do you know what we did for our summer vacation last year? We went for a week-long stay in Hawaii at a 5-star luxury resort. Peasants like you couldn't do that if you saved up for 50 years. And one of the perks of being an elite is that we can use all you peasants any which way we please.
You are not going to get away with this.
Oh, shut up. I'm absolutely gonna get away with this, so I want every single file you have on your major clients on my desk by the end of the day. Don't bother going to your next scheduled meeting with them. I'm gonna go in your place. And don't forget, if you refuse, I'm gonna get my dad to totally ruin your career.
I've done nothing but work my hardest for this company. There wouldn't be any possible grounds for him to justify firing me.
Don't you get it? We don't need any grounds to get rid of you. All I need to do is tell my dad that you're not playing ball with me, and poof, you're gonna be in the unemployment line by nightfall. Now, if I've made myself crystal clear, start going through your desk and computer for all the files and data I told you to give me. I do not like to be kept waiting, so get a move on it.
Hi there, Vito. It's Clara. Thanks for meeting with me the other day.
Well, if it isn't the lovely Clara, buonasera, sweetheart. What can I do for you on this lovely afternoon? Is it about our next negotiation? Next Thursday, right?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say thanks, Vito. I really appreciate how proactive you've been in doing business with me and my company.
Nah, forget about it. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Surely you understand, men in my line of business, well, we don't have many options. Typically, people don't like to work with us, but you've been a real godsend. You jumped through so many hoops to find a way to make a deal with us. I've been discussing it with my associates, and we all agree that this is an offer we can't refuse.
I'm really glad to hear that you're happy with the deal, Vito.
I think this is the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship.
As much as I would love to continue dealing with you, the truth is that there's been a personnel change. Another representative from our company will be taking over your account.
Whoa! What are you talking about, Clara? We're just a few days away from signing the contract, and now we gotta deal with somebody new?
I'm terribly sorry that things turn out this way. I hope this doesn't impact your relationship with the company.
Nah, I don't buy it. I got a pretty good nose, sweetheart, and this smells fishy. We might be in different industries, but I'm a businessman. I know how these things work. Our deal is gonna make your company a good deal of money. That means you are set to receive a pretty hefty commission. But now you're telling me, after the deal's already set in stone, that your company's gonna make you pass it off to some random schmuck?
Well, yeah, that's basically correct.
You ain't no dimwit, so there ain't no way you'd willingly pass on such a major payday. That can only mean one of two things. Either you suddenly got really sick, or something dirty's going on behind the scenes over there. And I don't think I need to tell you that I'm pretty familiar with dirty business. So, Clara, are you sick?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So tell me what's really going on.
Ordinarily, I don't like to talk about internal company business like this, but I think you deserve to know. The truth is, I was forced to hand over your account to the other representative.
Go on.
It's a long story that's hard to explain, but there's simply nothing that I can do about it. Again, I'm really sorry about this, Vito.
You say there's nothing you can do about it, huh? Well then, I guess that means it's up to me.
What do you mean?
I mean that I ain't interested in no deal with your company unless I'm dealing with you.
I'm really happy to hear you say that, but still.
I'd say you're giving up way too easy, sweetheart. You got stabbed in the back and you're just gonna lay down without a fight? Forget about it! You gotta fight back, Carla, and I'm gonna help you.
Thank you so much, Vito. I really appreciate the offer. You're right, I should do whatever I can to ensure all my hard work doesn't go to waste. I have a few ideas for how I might deal with this, so I'll let you know if there's anything I need from you.
I'll be waiting for your call.
Hey Eric, about those accounts you wanted me to hand over to you.
Did you get your files sorted out? Took you long enough.
No, actually, I'm telling you that I'm not going to give them to you after all.
Excuse me? Are you disobeying a direct order?
Just what makes you think you can give me a direct order anyway? I've been with the company way longer than you have. I have seniority. All those clients have dealt with me from the very beginning. They know and trust me more than any other person in the company, and I know everything there is to know about their needs. That means that there's no one better equipped to deal with them than me, especially not you.
I didn't ask you for some lame speech. I gave you an order.
I'll bet I'm not the first person you try to boss around, am I? But I'm probably the first person to say no. I'm not interested in performance numbers or anything like that. I do what I do because I enjoy it. You, on the other hand, I was assigned to be your mentor from the moment you joined the company, so I know exactly what sort of work ethic you have. None. All you do is try to use your dad's position in the company to get out of doing your job. I don't think I've ever seen you put in an honest day's work. And even back when I was training you, you were just messing around on your phone the whole time. You weren't even paying attention to me.
Yeah, and so what? My dad's the company's senior managing director. We've got more money than we know what to do with, so it doesn't matter if I blow off work. We'll still be fine.
If you were intending to blow off your job, why even get a job here in the first place?
What, and be some unemployed loser? No thanks. I just want to work long enough to get a fancy-sounding title, then relax for the rest of my life.
That's really the only reason that you took a job here?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? You don't seem to get it, Granny. People like me can do whatever we want. That's one of the biggest benefits of being an elite like me. I've got connections in all the right places.
Then explain something to me. If all you want to do is use your dad's name to get away with doing nothing, then why are you going out of your way to steal credit for my work? Why not just sit back at your desk with your feet up like usual?
You want to know why, Clara? Do you really want to know? It's because you piss me off, that's why!
What? I've been nothing but kind to you.
It's your attitude that pisses me off. You weren't even smart enough to go to college, but you think you're better than me. I'm an elite, Clara, an elite! Born into an elite family, graduated from an elite school, and now an employee in an elite company. You've got no right to outperform me. I need to show you who's boss, and the best way to do that is to be your boss. But in order to move up in the company, I'll need to have some hard results to my name.
You must be joking. That's what this is about?
You got that right. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, work as hard as I can to take all the credit for your work. That way I'll be on the fast track to upper management in no time. I talked to my dad about my big plan too, and he loved it. He told me that if there's anything he can do to help me out, he'll do it.
No way. You mean your dad is in on this? Your entire family is corrupt.
Shut up, peasant. Commoners don't talk to their superiors like that. Once all your accounts are under my control, I'll have to make a few improvements.
What do you mean, improvement?
You know, sell them extra pointless services so the company gets more money for doing nothing at all. That'll make my numbers even better. My dad's gonna be thrilled with me.
Hold it, you can't just take money from our valued customers for doing nothing.
Yeah, I can. What do you think clients are for anyway? They only exist to make the company money and advance my career. You squeeze them for as much money as you can, and when it's all gone, you kick them to the curb.
I've dedicated years of my career to building a relationship with my clients, and I'm not gonna let you do that to them.
You don't have a choice, Granny. Now shut up and go get me those files or else!
You know what, Eric? Okay, fine. You win. You want to take over all my biggest clients? By all means.
Why are you giving in so suddenly?
Doesn't matter. You win. You can have all my big clients. I'll get the files to you right away.
All right, well, that was easier than expected. Awesome!
There's a lot of information to go over, so make sure you look them over before meeting with them.
Yeah, sure, whatever. The contracts are already set to go. All I need is a pen. Hey, what's going on here?
I'm not sure where here is, so I'm afraid I don't know.
Don't play games with me! I've been calling all your old clients, telling them that I've taken over their accounts, and each and every one of them told me they're canceling their contracts!
Wow, really? I guess they must not like you very much.
But how is that possible? It was literally the first time I spoke to them! Why would they hate me so much?
Maybe you've been overestimating your likability.
God damn it! What is this gonna do to my performance numbers?
Well, seeing as how you lost the company multiple large accounts just by talking to them, I'd say it's not going to reflect very well on you.
But that's not fair! Why is it my fault?
Because they're your accounts now.
Did you do this, Clara? Did you set me up?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You must have been talking to all the clients behind my back, telling them all sorts of lies about me. That's why they all canceled their contracts.
Nonsense. I did no such thing. Everything I told them was the plain and simple truth. All I did was explain the circumstances surrounding you taking all my big clients from me.
What? You told them about that?
I had no choice. I tried to play it cool, but they kept pressing for answers. And you can't blame them for being suspicious, can you? We've been working together for years, and now all of a sudden they get a new rep right before we sign a contract? That just doesn't happen.
You idiot! They all canceled their contracts because of you! Do you have any idea what kind of damage this is gonna do to the company?
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea of the dollar figure.
Then what are you planning to do to fix this?
I guess the only thing for me to do is to talk to them and get them all to sign new contracts. If I can do that, then I'll recover any losses the company incurred.
But they said they didn't want to do business with us anymore!
Did they say us, or was it you? I'm betting it was the latter. And if that's the case, then if a more skilled sales representative talks to them, they'd probably be willing to sign up again. That would solve the problem completely.
No, it wouldn't! That would ruin my performance numbers!
And whose fault is that, Eric? Can you tell me? I'll save you the trouble. It's yours. If you want to fix your reputation, then you'll just have to do what all the other sales reps do. Work.
Not a chance! I won't let you get away with this, Clara. I'm gonna call your clients again. Some time has passed, so maybe they've cooled down. I'll find a way to convince them to renew their contracts with me, not with you!
I wouldn't waste your time if I were you.
Yeah, well, no one asked you. And you know what else? I think I'm gonna have to tell my dad what you did to me. He's gonna fire you for sure, so start clearing out your desk. Good afternoon, Mr. Protani. This is Eric, your new sales rep. We spoke last week, and I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time. I thought I made myself clear that I will not do business with you. If I might say, sir, I think there's been some confusion regarding recent personnel changes in the company. Don't gimme that. You just wanted to take credit for all of Clara's hard work. You're a man, ain't ya? You want to make a name for yourself? Do it the old-fashioned way. That's precisely the confusion I wanted to discuss with you, sir. You calling me confused? I don't like your tone. I'm sorry, sir. I meant no offense. I simply wanted to fill you in on the information that I believe Clara left out of her explanation. You see, Clara may have been the person you spoke to the most, but I was the one doing all the work behind the scenes. You were? That's right. I hate to drag a client into internal company business, but Clara was recently investigated by HR. They found that she had been forcing younger company employees to do all of her work for her, then taking all the credit. I was one of the employees that reported her to HR, in fact. I see. And as a result of the investigation, the decision has been made to terminate Clara effective today. Wait a minute, Clara's getting fired? That's right, Mr. Protani. That's why the company had to transfer your account to me so suddenly. I'm terribly sorry for all the confusion, as well as the lies that Clara told you on her way out. But as I'm the one who did most of the work on your account, I'm sure you'll find that I'm just as capable as Clara was at serving your needs. Well, that's quite a story. It may be hard to believe, but it's the truth, sir. All right, then I guess we'll be working with you from now on. Mr. Protani, it would be my honor to work with you. And you're saying Clara was fired, is that right? Well, technically she hasn't been fired yet, but she'll be gone by the end of the day. Okay, then how's about you come by my office this afternoon to discuss a deal with my consigliere? Your consigliere? I'm only familiar with one line of work that uses that term. What would that be? I don't really want to say. The mafia, right? Is that what you were about to say? Well, you'd be right. I run the mob around here. You run the mob? Yeah, but that's only one part of our operations. We run a bunch of legitimate businesses too. But most people are too scared to work with a mobster like me, so it's hard to get business, you know? But not Clara. That gal is a real Iron Maiden, know what I'm saying? She ain't scared of nothing. She's been a real lifesaver. I don't know what I'd do without her. But there are laws against dealing with criminal organizations. Clara said it took some finagling, but she managed to convince the higher-ups to take us on in spite of our connections. She even said that if things went south, she'd take the fall for the whole thing herself. She's a real fine gal, that Clara. And you went and stabbed her in the back. Mr. Protani, sir, please, that's not what happened. I'm not exactly what you'd call an upstanding citizen, capiche? But in my world, we still live by a code of honor. If one of my boys did something as dirty as what you did to Clara, you'd be sleeping with the fishes right now. You want to do business with me? Then come to my office and talk to me face to face. If you got the cojones to do that, then we'll do business with you. But let me warn you, Eric, when you start doing business with me, you're not done till I say you're done. Capiche? Clara, are all your big clients mafia members like Vito?
Yep, but don't worry, I'm not involved with the illegal side of their operations. And they're all pretty nice guys when you get to know them.
This can't be happening! A mob boss is furious at me!
Yeah, the expression goes that there's no honor among thieves, but Vito and his friends are different.
What am I gonna do now? He's telling me he wants me to come to his office!
Great news. Sounds like he's gonna give you a chance to keep his contract.
Great! Nothing's great about this! I'm not getting involved with mobsters!
What are you so worried about? Vito lives by a strict code of honor. His businesses employ a lot of people, and they're very involved in the local community. Just because he's a mobster doesn't mean he's a bad person.
I can't do it! I can't walk into the lion's den like that! Who knows what he's gonna do to me? I'll be lucky to escape with my life!
I really don't think you have anything to worry about, although it does seem like he hates your guts.
That settles it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna work with freaking mobsters. You can deal with him.
Are you sure about that? You're just a single conversation away from making a big deal.
Yeah, and so what if I make a big deal and then find myself sleeping with the fishes?
Does this mean you'll be handing back all of my old clients to me?
Sure, fine. Take them back. I don't want them. It's whatever. I'll just have to find someone else to steal good clients from. This is just a speed bump on my way to the top. What are you
Yeah, about that. I don't think you'll have such an easy time stealing clients anymore.
talking about? It's not like anybody besides you deals with mobsters around here. My dad says he's got my back every step of the way.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad you have such a supportive father, but he's getting fired.
What?
It looks like he was using his position to steal the company's money. That's what they call embezzlement. You said you went on a family vacation to Hawaii, right?
Yeah, and?
I guess your dad claimed that as a travel expense and had the company pay for it. But that's not all. He's been embezzling money left and right for years.
No way! You mean all that stuff that my dad bought? That was with the company's money?
It seems so. And yeah, things aren't going to go very well here for you either.
But I didn't embezzle any money. That was all my dad, right? You can't blame me for that.
Oh, trust me, I know. I wasn't accusing you of being an accomplice. But you've been using your dad's now former position in the company to push other employees around.
So what if I did?
So I got together with the other employees and we reported you to the CEO.
You did?
They launched an investigation immediately and it's ongoing right now. I think you can expect a very harsh punishment.
No way! I don't believe you! You all are nothing! You're all replaceable! None of you make any actual difference to the company! Why would the CEO even waste his time listening to you losers complain about me?
I suppose you do have a point. None of us rank very high in the company.
That's exactly right!
And we don't have any powerful connections in high places like you did either. However, we do have one thing that you don't. Trust. A relationship of trust that we built up over a long time working here.
Trust?
You might not know much about this sort of thing, but a lot of the people around here have dedicated years, decades of their career to this company. That sort of thing tends to get noticed by the higher-ups, even for people low on the totem poles like us. And it's something that you don't have, and never will.
What are you saying? What's gonna happen to me?
I would say the most likely outcome is that you get fired.
They're gonna fire me? All because of what my dad did?
No, that has nothing to do with this. This is about what you did. Your dad was an executive, not a king. You're not royalty. You don't get to just boss people around like you did.
Oh no! So both me and my dad are losing our jobs?
That's right, you're both going back to square one. No jobs, no titles, no connections. I suggest you try working hard for a change from now on.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I was a jerk. I realize that now. So do you think you could, let all that stuff go? You tell the CEO to call off the investigation.
Not a chance. I don't want someone like you anywhere near this company.
Come on, don't be that way!
What do you mean that way? Do you mean honoring my employer and the clients who support it with their business? I know you think that clients are nothing more than sacks of cash for you and your dad to carry off, but I'm not like you. In fact, I hate people like you. I never want to see your face again. The second you get served your pink slip, and that will be coming shortly, get out of this company and never come back. Hey there, Vito. I'm really sorry that you got dragged into our messy internal business recently.
You got nothing to apologize to me for, Clara. So how did things turn out?
Well, quite a lot has happened since we last spoke, but it looks like I will once again be in charge of your account.
Wonderful. I'm glad everything worked out.
Well, not everything, to be honest. I share some of the blame. I should have been more thorough while I was training him.
You're talking about that Eric character, right? Nah, you don't need to beat yourself up about him. Guys like him, they got no sense of gratitude, no sense of loyalty. He wouldn't get far in any business, not in yours and especially not in mine.
Yeah, you have a point, Vito. But in any case, I'll be a bit more strict with my subordinates from now on. I need to make sure they understand that in our company, we put the customer's needs first.
Hey, enough business. This calls for a celebration. How's about you stop by the office tonight? I'll have the old lady whip up some lasagna for us.
Rosina's lasagna? I'll be right over. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone out there, but Eric was fired shortly afterward. Since he had successfully burned bridges with just about everyone in the department, there was absolutely no one to stick up for him. He was escorted out of the building by security, and the moment the door shut behind him, the whole office burst into cheers. It really is too bad, though. If he hadn't been such a lazy and power-hungry jerk, he might have actually become a successful businessman. The newly unemployed Eric spent the next several weeks lying around his parents' house. Eventually, however, the fact that his dad couldn't find a new job at a similar pay level meant they were unable to support their lifestyle anymore, or Eric either. So they booted him out of the house, and he's now out there living all by his lonesome. I'll bet that he's looking for a job that will pay him a lot of money to do next to nothing, but I don't think he'll have much luck. In the meantime, he's doing part-time jobs here and there and barely managing to scrape by. As for me, things have gone back to normal, for the most part. I still have my same job at the same company with my same clients, along with some new ones. After a positively delectable lasagna dinner with Vito and his wife Rosina, he finally signed the contract that we were going to sign before Eric came along. The contract was a massive moneymaker for the company. Thanks to that, as well as my efforts in organizing the other employees against Eric, I'm getting promoted. Starting next month, I'll be the head of the entire department. From now on, I plan to do my best to instill loyalty, respect, and work ethic into our next generation of employees. Hey there, Melanie. I know you're probably busy in the kitchen right now, but I wanted to say thanks again for inviting me to your housewarming party tonight. Yeah, sure, no problem. Wow, I can't believe how gorgeous your new house is. And when I looked in the kitchen a little bit ago, I could have sworn I saw some cans of caviar. Am I right? Yep. Wow, so I was right then. If you got enough for everyone, that must have been pretty expensive. Like, really expensive. Are you sure you guys can afford to be shelling out that much money right now? That's nothing that you need to be worried about. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not directly my concern, no. Sorry, maybe that question was a little bit too intrusive. It's just that I noticed you've bought a lot of stuff lately. You got a new car a little while ago too, didn't you? I was thinking, maybe you guys might be a little tight on finances right now, that's all. What did I just tell you, Kate? That's nothing that you need to be concerned about. I know, but still. Honestly, Kate, who do you think you are talking down to me like this? I'm not sure what you mean. I consider myself a concerned sister-in-law. Don't sell me short. That's not all I am. I am your older brother's wife. I'm aware of that, since I only have one brother. Okay, then why do you need me to remind you that you need to show me the proper respect? You're talking down to me when I'm your older sister-in-law. Wait a second, aren't you 2 years younger than me? That doesn't have anything to do with it. Well, it kinda does, though. Would you stop blabbing for 1 second and just listen to what I'm saying to you? I'm telling you, not asking you, to show me the proper respect. God, this is so exhausting. This is why I hate dealing with high school dropouts. It's like you people are a completely different species. You don't have any sense of common decency whatsoever. Hold on. If we're talking about showing people proper respect, I don't think calling another human being a completely different species is very respectful. I'm trying to give you some slack, since I'm sure you're stressed out preparing for tonight's dinner, but you've been pretty short with me all evening. Yeah, and you should be grateful that I'm even bothering to respond to your endless condescending texts. You want me to just tell you to F off? Because that's what I'd like to say to you right now. Excuse me? And what are you doing standing around playing with your phone anyway? Dinner's ready. Now get in the kitchen and carry it out to the table. Oh, did you need some help with that? Sure, I'll head over to the kitchen then. Hurry it up, will you? I allowed you in my house, so the least you could do is pull your own weight while you're here. And besides, this is what you're used to, isn't it? All you high school dropouts are good for is manual labor and food service jobs. Hey, Melanie? What? I don't think you set out enough plates. There you go, looking down on me again. I definitely did set out the exactly right number of plates. There's one for each person here tonight. Unlike you, I graduated from high school, so I know how to do basic math. I'm not trying to insult you or anything. I'm just saying there aren't enough plates. There are 15 people here tonight, but there are only 14 plates. Are you stupid and blind? There are only 14 people here for dinner. No, I just counted again, and there are 15 people here, 14 in the dining room, and you in the kitchen. Don't tell me you're including yourself in that count. Well, yeah, I did, seeing as though I'm a person. No, you're not. High school dropouts aren't people. See, I told you I counted correctly. 14 people, 14 plates. Simple. You're joking. I'm joking. You're the one who thinks I would allow a freeloading loser like you to eat food as classy as caviar. Your inferior brain couldn't possibly comprehend the exquisite taste. I'll tell you what, though. You must have worked up quite a sweat carrying all those dishes and bowls for me. If you want, I'll give you a drink of water from the garden hose. I'll even put it in a paper cup for you. Oh, and if you're hungry, you can go through our dumpster and pick out some of our leftover scraps. What is wrong with you, Melanie? I don't want to hear that from someone who doesn't even have a high enough IQ to finish high school. I mean, did you really think that I would treat you as an equal? You, someone from the lowest rungs of society? Get over yourself, you narcissistic nuisance. You should thank your lucky stars that I even allowed you to set foot inside my house. Really? I only invited you because I needed you to do the heavy lifting for me. It would have been absolutely exhausting to have to carry all the food and dishes for 14 people by myself. I don't believe you. That's my line. I've never met anyone so painfully unaware of their position in society. I get that you're an idiot, but really, how oblivious can you be? I guess I should have been prepared for this. Travis is always talking about what a total loser you are. Wait, you mean Travis has been bad-mouthing me to you? I don't know if I'd call it bad-mouthing, since it's all true. And can you really blame him for complaining about you? I can't even imagine how humiliating it must be to have a high school dropout in the family. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he told all his friends and colleagues that he was an only child. You get it, don't you? The simple fact that you exist causes nothing but trouble for every single person unfortunate enough to have to be associated with you. It's time for you to wake up, Kate. You're an embarrassment to your family and the entire human race. Melanie, I have no idea why in the world you're being so terrible to me. Oh, I don't doubt that. I bet you never get much of any ideas at all. Like, how many ideas could a room temperature IQ high school dropout like you even have? Well, that's about all I can stand. I'm going home now. Aw, that's too bad. You're really gonna miss this opportunity to watch classy people eat classy food. Sure, you won't get to eat any, but you can at least smell it.
Yo, Kate, what gives?
You'll have to be more specific.
Don't be that way. I heard from Melanie that you were leaving.
And she's exactly right. Your point?
My point is that if you were gonna skip out before dinner, the least you could have done is say goodbye to the host, meaning me. Isn't that common courtesy?
I won't be entertaining any accusation of violating common courtesy from you, Travis. After what Melanie did and said to me, yeah, I'm not even gonna validate that with a response.
Uh-oh, did you and Melanie have a little argument or something? Come on, can't you just get over it and enjoy the party? We just got moved into our new house and wanted to have a nice dinner with our family. I'd rather not deal with petty squabbles like this right now.
There wouldn't have been any petty squabble if Melanie hadn't started one.
Okay, for real, Kate, you're talking like you think you didn't do anything wrong. There's always two sides to every story, you know. All relationships involve a little give and take. If you would have been a bit more conciliatory, I bet you could have avoided blowing up at each other.
You don't even know the details of what happened between us, and you still expect me to be conciliatory? Is that what relationships are to you? One side is completely giving in to the other's demands, no matter how ridiculous?
Oh, good grief, here we go again. You've always been this way, Kate, ever since you were a kid. Whenever any sort of conflict arises, you just say some vapid nonsense and pretend like you're a total angel.
I said no such thing.
All right already, sheesh. Calm down, Kate. Tell you what, go ahead and tell me your side of the story. Would that make you happy?
Don't patronize me.
Seriously, what's your problem? I have absolutely nothing to do with whatever's going on between you and my wife, and yet I'm going out of my way to hear you out. Exactly what part of that do you find so offensive?
Ah, so your position is that you're just some uninvolved bystander, eh? Uh-huh, right, got it.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
It would take me way too long to tell you, so I'm just gonna send you some screenshots of our conversation. Look them over at your leisure.
Wow, that was something.
Now do you see what I mean? That's quite the way to treat someone that she herself invited into her house. I have so much to do right now that every second spent not working is a huge sacrifice. In spite of that, I took the time to come to your housewarming party, and what do I get in return? You demand I be conciliatory with your wife without knowing any of the details.
Hey, look, it's a joke. Yeah, this is just one of Melanie's jokes. She has such a dry sense of humor, doesn't she? Sometimes not even I know when she's joking and when she's being serious. So I don't think you need to take anything she said so seriously.
In no universe could any part of what she said to me be considered a joke. And even if it was all a joke, it most certainly isn't funny.
Come on, Kate, can't you give her a break? She's got a lot of stuff going on right now. It's really stressful to be a homemaker in a brand new house, and I don't know, maybe it's just that time of the month for her. You're a woman too, so you know how that goes. Your emotions get all out of whack, and you suddenly find yourself saying all sorts of stuff that you don't mean.
Disgusting.
Disgusting? Which part?
How about all of it? You're seriously trying to use that time of the month thing to excuse your wife's terrible behavior?
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying it's a possibility, that's all.
And once again, even if you are correct about it being that time of the month, that still wouldn't make anything she said to me okay.
Okay, I get it. You win. I'll talk to Melanie and get her to give you a genuine apology. Melanie!
Yes, darling. Are you enjoying the dinner?
How can I enjoy the dinner when you just did the single dumbest goddamn thing you've ever done to me?
What are you talking about?
Don't gimme that bull crap. You know what you did. You threw Kate out of the house, you hopeless moron.
No, I did not. That's completely untrue. I didn't throw her out. She left of her own free will. Seriously, what's wrong with her? She's such an oblivious loser.
The only oblivious person around here is you! She sent me screenshots of your conversation, Melanie. I know exactly what you said to her.
No way. You mean she actually shared our private conversation with you? I don't believe her. What a little creep. That's a violation of my privacy.
I don't give a damn about your stupid privacy. You need to fix this before it gets worse. Now apologize right this instant.
For what? Why should I apologize?
Just do it.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Not to me, Melanie, to Kate. Apologize to Kate right now.
I'm sorry. For what? I'm just sorry. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. You need to be more specific. Exactly what are you saying sorry for? I don't know. Travis just told me to apologize, so here I am. Sorry. Isn't this rich? Travis said he was going to make you give me a genuine apology, but I've seen Chanel handbags from China that are more genuine than that sorry excuse for an apology. Well, that's all you're going to get, so I hope you're happy with it. I don't even see what I need to apologize to you for in the first place. You're the one who was behaving like a spoiled little brat at our house tonight. When are you going to give us our apology, huh? You have got to be kidding me. I was the one acting like a spoiled little brat? Yeah, you were. You worthless high school dropout. Don't you have any insults in your repertoire other than high school dropout? What's wrong with me calling you that when you are one? That's the problem, Melanie. I'm not a high school dropout. What? What do you mean? I mean just what I said. I didn't drop out. I graduated high school. And I graduated from college too. You did? But I thought. I have no idea how or why you're under the impression that I was a high school dropout. I'm afraid you've been wrong about me this whole time. No way. I can't believe this. And where do you get off insulting someone else's educational achievement anyway? You never even went to college. Yeah, but at least I graduated high school. Congratulations! You managed to meet the ever-lowering standards that the government sets for public high school graduation. Yeah, well, at least I finished the whole stupid 4 years, unlike somebody else I know. And who is that somebody, Melanie? In case you forgot, I just told you that I didn't drop out of high school like 30 seconds ago. Would you just shut up about school already? My God, what is with you and talking about school all the time? There's more to life than just school, you know. Excuse me? You were the one who started this off by looking down on me because you thought I was a high school dropout. That's an awfully convenient memory you've got there. Oh, that's real mature. I didn't start it. You did. Grow up, Kate. And so what if you're not a high school dropout? I don't see why that means I have to apologize to you for anything. That's actually the least of the offenses you need to apologize to me for. How about, the way that you were acting like an absolute jerk toward me for the entire time I was there? What are you talking about? I'm your older brother's wife. I know. What does that have to do with anything? Oh no, you did not just seriously ask me that question. Oh my god, you were going on and on about being a super educated genius, but you're that stupid. Man, they're giving out college degrees to just about anyone these days, huh? Yeah, sure. They just hand them out like Halloween candy. Now let's get back on topic. So what if you're married to my older brother? Okay, smarty pants. I'll give you a free lesson in sociology. I'm married to your older brother. That means that you are beneath me. Get it now? You had no right to be talking to me like you were earlier. Incredible, Melanie. Simply incredible. I'm utterly astonished. What's the matter, Kate? Did you run out of witty comebacks? Or do you finally realize where you rank around here? You know what, Melanie? I think you're right. I really am beneath you. Well, it took you long enough to admit that. Oh, please do accept my sincerest apologies for being so slow. It all makes perfect sense now. You're my older brother's wife, and that means you're my superior. Exactly. Glad you're finally coming along. And that means that even though I'm the one financing most of your lifestyle, and the only reason you were able to buy your house and your car because of that financial support, none of that matters at all. You're still my superior. And don't you ever forget it. Make sure you treat me with the proper respect going forward. Hey, wait a second. What did you say? About the house and the car, what did you mean? I meant exactly what I said. Yeah, right. There's no way that's true. My Travis worked his butt off in order to make the money to buy that stuff. And you want to take credit for that? Get over yourself. What a weirdo. I have no intention to take all the credit. All I'm saying is that if it weren't for my financial support, you never would have been able to buy either of those things. Why are you sticking to such a stupid lie? Travis works for one of the biggest companies in the state. He could buy me 10 more cars just like our new one if he wanted to. I understand that you know absolutely nothing about the real world, so you probably wouldn't get it. But even if he is working at a successful company, there's no way a 30-something middle manager would be able to afford either that house or that car. I'm not only giving Travis my direct financial support, I also got a friend of mine at the bank to give him a good deal on a loan. What's with you all of a sudden? You're acting like you're some kind of big shot. I would never characterize myself as a big shot, but I do happen to run my own company. Oh, please. No, you don't. There's no possible way you run a company. And what makes you say that, Melanie? Isn't it obvious? You're a high school dropout. Earth to Melanie, do you read me? We already covered this. I'm not a high school dropout. Oh, yeah, you did say that. But I mean, you're a woman. Women can't run companies. What century do you think this is? No one cares if you're a man, woman, or whatever you want to call yourself in the free market. All they care about is whether you get results. So yes, we very much can run companies. And if you're so convinced I'm lying about all this, why do you suppose Travis would be so desperate for you to apologize to me? Well, that's because, wait, does this mean you're telling the truth? I'm afraid I am, Melanie. Oh, well, in that case, what? Go on. In that case, I'll make up a plate for you right this moment. I haven't eaten my caviar yet, so you can have it. Don't worry, I haven't even touched it. I can't stand the stuff, honestly. Oh, is that so? I guess that means that your inferior brain couldn't comprehend the exquisite taste. Hey, you can't talk to me like that. How rude. It's the exact same thing that you said to me just a little while ago. Yeah, but that was before I knew that you actually had your own company. Let me get this straight. Your excuse for inviting me to your house, then treating me like trash, is that you're actually just a smug, stuck-up, elitist bigot? There you go again, making snide remarks at me. How do you think it makes me feel when you talk to me that way? Oh, now we're talking about your feelings? Well, yeah, put yourself in my shoes. The person I've been looking down on was actually a really impressive person. Not only that, now the tables have turned and they're the one looking down on me. Do you have any idea how it feels to get a taste of your own medicine? It sucks. What kind of logic is that? First you told me you hadn't done anything wrong at all, but now you're admitting you were treating me poorly and saying I have to be nice to you because of that? Square that circle for me, Melanie. See? You're doing it again. Stop using my own words against me. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong to treat you that way. And now we've come full circle. Sorry, but I know you're only apologizing because Travis told you to, and you still don't genuinely believe you did anything wrong. So, no apology from you is gonna have any weight at all with me. That's not true. I really am sorry. I'm really super crazy sorry. I shouldn't have talked to you like that. When you say like that, can you be a bit more specific? What exactly did you do that was wrong? Well, I'm sorry that I was rude to you because I didn't realize that you're actually a pretty impressive person. Yep, it's just as I expected. You still don't get it. What? This has nothing to do with whether or not I'm an impressive person. The problem is that you treated me poorly because you had a preconceived notion of how impressive I was. You're just not a good person, Melanie. How can you be so cruel? You're really gonna say that to my face, that I'm a bad person? What did I do to deserve that? And there you go again, proving me right. You actually don't understand that you did a lot of things to deserve that remark. If you had shown even the slightest bit of remorse, I might have been willing to have mercy on you. Wait, I do have remorse. I'm really remorseful. The remorsiest person in the world. Making up words to sound more sincere isn't going to get you anywhere with me.
Kate, I am so sorry for what happened today.
Save it, Travis.
No, really, I need to apologize. I can't believe that Melanie was treating you so terribly. Don't worry, though. I'm going to give her a talking to. She'll never treat you that way ever again.
I'm telling you, Travis, don't waste your time. I don't want to speak to her ever again.
Come on, you know I can't just let things go the way they are. She's my wife after all. Can't you put yourself in my shoes for 1 second? You're my only sister, and now you're gonna cut me out of your life just because you had a fight with my wife? I'm willing to do whatever I can to fix whatever issues you two have with each other. Can't you meet me halfway?
Would you knock that off?
Knock off what? Did I come off as being too cocky or something? I'm sorry, that wasn't my intent. I was just trying to be a peacemaker.
No, that's what I'm talking about. You're acting like you're some kind of neutral third party.
I mean, I am, though.
You're too late for that, Travis. She told me.
Told you what?
That you've been bad-mouthing me to her all this time.
What? That's not true. I would never talk about you behind your back.
For the last time, Travis, save it. I'm done. There's no other way to make this all make sense. How many times have I even met your wife in all the time you've been together? I think the first time I met her was at the wedding rehearsal. But despite her having nearly no contact with me, she randomly treats me like the scum of the earth? The only explanation is that you've been telling her all sorts of nasty lies about me. Not that I'm trying to excuse her behavior, of course, just to explain it.
But that's not true!
Yes, it is.
Do you have any idea the kind of damage you've done to me?
Huh?
Think about it. I'm the oldest son, but you were always better in school. You went to a better college, you graduated with a higher degree, and you even turned out to be a better businessman than me. All my life, our parents have favored you over me. You can't possibly know how that feels. So what's wrong with complaining about it a little bit, huh?
Ah, now I get it. You've got an inferiority complex because I'm better than you at everything. I'm glad we had this discussion. That explains a lot of things.
So you can give me a break, right?
No, you still have something else to answer for.
I do?
Something that Melanie said stood out to me. Women can't run companies. That was such a weird thing for her to say. You must have fed that line to her.
I did not!
There are only two people who say nonsense like that. Either radical feminists who think society is set up to hold women back, or plain old misogynists. Melanie barely reads at a 9th grade level, so she's no academic, and I know you're not a radical feminist either.
Well, maybe I'm not, but still.
But nothing. Your problem with me isn't just that I'm better than you at everything. It's that I, a woman, am better than you, a man, at everything.
That's not true!
Okay, well, it's either misogynist or radical feminist. Pick one.
Actually, I decided to become a radical feminist.
Oh yeah? Name 5 books by Judith Butler.
50 Shades of Grey?
Well, misogynist it is. To be fair, you might not even be aware of it, but that just shows how deeply ingrained it is in your personality. In fact, I bet that's a big reason why you chose to marry Melanie. She's a complete moron, and her personality is nails on a chalkboard level obnoxious. Maybe if she was better looking, then you could have used that as an excuse, but she's barely above average. A guy with your salary must have access to far higher quality women than her, and yet you chose her anyway. Why?
It's because I love her!
No, you don't. You can't stand being around women who are superior to you in any way, be it looks, talent, or knowledge. That's why you can bring yourself to marry someone more on your level. You married Melanie because you could rest assured that for the rest of your life, she will never show you up in any category.
I don't have to take this pompous armchair psychologist bit from you. You have no right to speak to me like that.
Uh-oh, what's the matter, Travis? Mad that a woman has you dead to rights? In any case, I most certainly do have a right to speak to you like this. Have you forgotten the fact that I'm financing your lifestyle?
Shut up, Kate. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
There's no use in running away from it now, Travis. Own it. You hate women. I always noticed that there was something off about you, even back when we were kids. You seemed like you showed more respect to Dad than to Mom. I chalked that up to you just being a typical teenage boy at first, but it only got worse when you went to college and set out on your own. It must have been utterly humiliating to have a lowly woman such as myself giving you so much financial support. But don't you worry, Travis. You won't have to put up with me any longer, because you're never going to see me or my money ever again.
What? No! You can't do this to me! Sure, Melanie was kind of a B-word to you, but that's no reason to cut your own brother out of your life!
Yet again, you're completely missing the point. I had to explain this exact same thing to Melanie, too. The issue isn't what you did at this point. The biggest problem, and the reason I'm saying goodbye to you, is that you're just not a good person.
I don't believe you! How can you talk like that to your own older brother?
Wow, you and Melanie really are two peas in a pod. She did the exact same thing. Once she ran out of excuses, she resorted to playing the victim. I'm glad you and Melanie are together. You're perfect for each other.
This is insane! You think you're better than me, huh? You think you're God's gift to this green earth, is that it?
I've never thought I was better than you, Travis. For all of my life, I've treated you as my equal.
You're not my equal! You're not even close to being my equal! Don't you dare pretend like you're my equal! You're nothing but a pompous, self-important, vindictive, spiteful, cocky woman!
Uh-oh, Travis, you let your guard down. A whole string of insults, but woman was the only thing you put in all caps? That's a pretty big tell.
I don't care what you think of me anymore. You're nothing to me now. You said it yourself. You're cutting me out of your life. So fine, whatever. I hate women. Women shouldn't be allowed in the workplace. They're only good for making babies, cooking, and cleaning. They shouldn't even have the right to vote. Is that what you wanted me to say?
I think you were right about one thing, Travis. I was wrong to treat you like my equal.
You got that right. How about you hand over your company to me, then? I'll run it even better than any woman ever could.
I'd rather not bankrupt my company, thank you very much. But what I meant to say was, I should have treated you with so much respect just because you're my brother. I should have treated you like the unbearable loser that you are.
You little brat. Whatever. I bet you think you've won, don't you? You think that cutting us off is going to be a total disaster for us, that we're going to be in huge trouble without your support.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Heh! Get over yourself. Women like you always think like everyone would be lost without you. Sure, maybe we'll have to get rid of the car, maybe even the house too. But so what if we do? I'm on the fast track to advancement at my company. My department head loves me. I'll probably break out of middle management within the next year. I never even needed any of your stupid support in the first place.
Is that so? If you didn't need it, then why did you accept it?
Because a stupid woman was handing out money. What was I gonna do, turn it down? You must think I'm as stupid as you, but you're wrong. I've never once been grateful for anything you've given or done for me. I used you, Kate. Thanks for being such a sucker.
Boy, Travis, you have made a wild miscalculation here.
Oh, yeah? What would your tiny woman brain know about calculation?
That's another thing you and your wife have in common, bad memories. Did you forget how you got your job at the company you work for right now? I felt bad for you because you weren't having any luck finding work after graduation, so I got you in through my connections.
Yeah? And what of it? Are you gonna try to guilt me into doing what you want me to do? Wow, way to lean into every female stereotype in existence.
I'm just saying, the only reason that things are going so well for you at that company is because you're my brother. Your company's CEO and I have been friends since we were in college.
For God's sake, Kate, get over yourself! You can't really think that's the only reason my career is going so well. You said it yourself, didn't you? The free market only cares about results, and that's exactly what I provide. I don't need you or my company. They need me!
You think so? Well, we'll find out soon enough.
What's that supposed to mean?
As I hope you're aware, the CEO of your company is a woman. And she hates men like you even more than I do. I wonder what she would think if she heard about the things you've been saying to me tonight.
No way! Are you gonna tattle on me?
Tattle? Please. We're not middle schoolers anymore, Travis. Stop talking like one. No, I'm simply going to report you.
You can't do that! You know what's gonna happen to me if you do!
What's the matter? Didn't you just get done saying that your company needs you more than you need them? If that's the case, then there shouldn't be any problems.
But, I mean, still!
Goodbye, Travis.
Wait!
Why?
It's just... Don't you think you're being a bit hasty? All of this has happened so fast! Why don't we meet up in the next few days to talk things out?
I don't think we have anything else to talk about, frankly. I now know everything I need to know about you to make a decision. You're just an old-fashioned garden variety misogynist. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Yeah! What about Melanie and I?
I don't know. What about you guys?
If you get me fired from my company, how are we gonna get by? How am I supposed to put food on the table?
This is a land of opportunity, Travis. I'm sure a competent guy like yourself can manage. And if all else fails, you can always go dumpster diving to search for your neighbor's leftover scraps. I bet you saw this coming, but I reported Travis's behavior to his boss. She was outraged and he was immediately fired. He wasn't able to make payments on his mortgage or car loan, so he had to sell them both to pay off the balance. He tried to come crying to me, but I ignored all his messages. Then he tried complaining to our parents about me being mean to him, but they were both on my side. Travis and Melanie had a big argument over who was more to blame for what happened, and ended up getting divorced. They had only been married for a month. I guess no one ever taught them not to bite the hand that feeds them.